Kundalini Awakening. Today I'm going to talk about my own experience with Kundalini Awakening, how it has affected me and changed my life. I'll do another video on what Kundalini actually is and what Kundalini Awakening actually is for those of you who are not aware of the term itself. But I will still describe it just briefly. So Kundalini is the strongest energy inside the human body, and it's located at the base of the spine in the root chakra. And many spiritual practitioners of all religions try and raise that energy because it's so powerful in clearing blockages and in reaching spiritual enlightenment. So this is my experience with my own Kundalini Awakening. It happened actually during my first ayahuasca ceremony, and I had no idea what Kundalini Awakening was, so I actually thought it was just the ayahuasca itself. So I took the ayahuasca. We were in the Maloka, the ceremonial space, and I was waiting for the effects to happen. I was actually pretty scared at this point because I didn't know what was going to happen. I've been on this path for a while, and all I wanted in life was just to heal and be happy and be free, and I was so scared. So I took the ayahuasca, went back to my mattress, sat down, and around 40 minutes into it, I started getting this tingling sensation at the base of my spine. And it was very nice. It was very nice. I wasn't scared at all because it felt very gentle and calming and soft. And as the shamans started singing their icaros, this tingling sensation got stronger and stronger and stronger, until suddenly, out of nowhere, I just sat up. And I sat up in a position where my back was absolutely straight and my legs was crossed in lotus. And I've never done that before, ever. And I've never ever been aware of how straight my spine has been as well, which I will talk about why it's important to have a straight spine in anything you do. So the shaman starts singing the icaros, and this sensation at the base of my spine starts getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and suddenly I start hallucinating, and I started getting a vision of this man in front of me, and he was an Indian man, this Indian guru man, and he starts chanting an Indian mantra. And on this man, along his body, were glowing circles. There were around 7 or 8, I can't remember at the time, along his body, and they were each a different color, and they were each so bright. So this man starts chanting louder and louder and louder, and this vibration at the base of my spine started getting stronger and more intense, until suddenly, like an explosion, like a volcano, it just rises up through my spine, and I feel it literally cleansing my whole body and then coming out through the top of my head, through the crown chakra. And as I said, I had no idea what Kundalini Awakening was at this point in my life. So this rush of intense energy like nothing I've ever felt before, and to describe it, I would say if you've seen anime cartoons where the main character powers up, like Goku for instance, and he turns into Super Saiyan, that's exactly how I felt. And I just stood up immediately and I start laughing my head off. And for those of you that don't know, in an ayahuasca ceremony, you're usually just flat on the mat. I've had 30 by now. You're usually just flat on your mattress, tripping balls or vomiting or purging or crying or screaming your head off. So I stood up straight away. I started dancing and laughing, and the shamans were laughing because they knew what was going on. So that was the initial experience of Kundalini. And anything can trigger a Kundalini Awakening. You can be walking in nature, and it could happen. You could be doing a yoga class. You could be in school or at work or in church, and suddenly you'll just have a rush of energy from the spine, and the Kundalini will raise and rise up. But it's not something that you want just yet. You gotta let it happen, because those on the path who are seeking true healing, it will come. a Kundalini awakening or a different kind of spiritual awakening will come. And see, the Kundalini awakening process, what people don't understand is that like healing is not like a once-off thing. You don't go to a healer or to a priest or to a monk and get cured like in an instant. It's a lifetime process to make you realize that true healing is acceptance, embracing, and also evolving into who you're truly meant to be. So with this Kundalini awakening, what has happened in the past 2 years since then has just been unimaginable, like to me back then. The universe has just attracted all these experiences in my life to make me face lots of stored emotion, lots of stored baggage I've accumulated over the years of living, traumas, relationships, just anything, pretty much. And day to day, I can feel this Kundalini energy rising up every single day, especially when I know that there's an experience that is that's meant for me in this moment. I will feel that energy rise up, and it's a very, very, very strong energy. And if you don't know how to manage Kundalini energy, and you have a Kundalini awakening, it can be very, very dangerous, because it can happen at any point. After the initial awakening, subsequently, you can be like at a train station and that energy will rise again. Or you can be at a family dinner or with your lover or whoever, So it's very, very important that those of you who think you might have had similar experiences to research more deeply about how to manage it and how to control, and not control, but to understand what that energy is. And with my Kundalini awakening, I can honestly say that it has been like a beautiful nightmare in a sense. The experiences that the universe has brought to me since then has been tough. It has not been easy, and it's already 2 years and you don't fully awaken. I've heard some healers and other people who've been through the same thing. You don't fully awaken until like decades, and this can be a lifelong process as well. So every day now, like, my ego gets more and more clearer. So what this is not a separation, but an integration of your true self and your ego, so that they may be in harmony. Because most people, they don't know who they really are. They know who they think they are, but that's due to conditioning. That's due to what parents have told us, what schools and institutions and governments have told us, but they don't really know who they really are inside. And as each day goes by, and when I face these experiences with an open heart and a conscious mind and overcome those struggles, I get more and more conscious of who I really am, and I can integrate it with my ego. If any of you have seen the Hindu deity Shiva, he wears a cobra around his neck, and that represents Mother Kundalini. And Mother Kundalini is not something to be feared or destroyed as some religions would have you believe, but Mother Kundalini is something to embrace, because you want to embrace change, and you want to conquer and master your ego in life. Everyone says, oh, it's not good to have a big ego, it's not good to have a big ego. It doesn't matter. In life, you have to just be in control of your ego. Make the ego your servant instead of it being your master, which is the case for most of you guys at this time. And I will keep updating you progresses on my Kundalini journey, and at the same time I will talk about other forms of spiritual awakening, including just shamanic initiations and initiations to past life hierarchies as well, and more of this spirit realm. But the main message here I'd like to share with you today is that this physical world, as beautiful as it may be, it's just an illusion, or it's just a reflection of the inner beauty that's inside all of us. And I can honestly say now that when you And I've just scratched the surface of this inner beauty. You know, most people say, okay, I'm happy regardless of what I have, but you know, that's not the case, because we need material things in life to survive and to function and to be healthy even, you know. But when you've touched something inside that you know that nothing, no fire, no stone, no sword can kind of destroy, it gives you a lot of strength as a human, and it makes dealing with painful situations a whole lot easier and even fun. And this journey of my life has turned into that. It used to be a nightmare, but now I'm just having fun no matter what fucking happens, you know. Like whether like I'm enjoying a beautiful day at the beach or whether I'm being robbed, I'm still having fun, and I'm so grateful to the universe. So I hope you subscribe. I hope you keep watching. I'm going to be posting more videos, not just on spirituality, but as well as martial arts, self-defense, hatha yoga, meditation, and just like stuff in general, life. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Namaste, Shanti, my brothers and sisters.